Yes. I brought in the documents that you requested.
Okay.
Yeah, for the deal that we are trying to chase. Just needs your signature.
Alafu, if you have any receipts that you want reimbursed, make sure umeniletea by leo because I won't be available.
Oh yeah, you're starting your leave?
Yeah.
Baby anakam lini?
Anytime now.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
Alafu unajua, there's this guy called Dominion.
Okay.
From this organization. He's used to being late.
Kwani hapa nini shida iko? Are all of you deaf? Hii simu italia hadi saa ngapi? Hizi vitu mbili haziwezi shikana zishike simu. Useless people. He calls a consulting. Hello, how can I help you?
Boy, kwani aliamka na set gani leo?
You have no idea. Unajua nilichelewa asubuhi na 3 minutes. Ile kupashwa nimekuwa nikipashwa huko. Mood swing.
SSG. Bosses nowadays. Thanks so much. How are you feeling now that, it's time to go home?
Kuchoka.
Wait, Agnes. What nonsense is this? You can't spell statutory correctly? Oh, ulienda shule gani? And you just sit here gossiping the whole day, the two of you, like idlers. I want you to correct this letter. First thing, kesho 7 a.m. Deliver that to Upper Hill personally. Umesikia?
Sir, tomorrow is Saturday.
So what? Kwani wewe ni SDA? Kunywa soya hapo.
But nilikuwa nianze maternity leave.
Matter what? What is that?
I had even sent an email.
Hakuna kitu kama maternity leave hapa. Everybody works here every day of the week. Na ikibidi Sunday you come. Kama utaki fanya kazi you go home. There's nothing like maternity leave here.
Respectfully, sir. I need
Respectfully what? Hakuna respect hapa wala huruma. Ujipange. Fanya kazi kama utaki you go home.
But sir, that's not fair.
Fair is what? Life is not fair, my friend. Na unaongea sana nitakunyoa nywele wewe. Do you know your contract is expiring next month? Both of you are fired. Hata sitaki kuwaona. Bring my letter. Tokeni hapa. Chukua virago zenu mtoke. What are you waiting for?
Sir.
Sir, ni nani toka? Leave. People in Kenya are looking for work and you're over here misbehaving. Toka na hiyo member yako. Kwani I told you to get pregnant? Go. Can't just be misbehaving here and then you want to be paid. Na muvae mask mkienda huko nje.
Hello, Wahiga K. Muturi here on KYR Africa, platform for comprehensive legal advice and the resources on your rights. So, KYR actually means know your rights. So, karibuni sana. Today I'm having the pleasure of hosting Mr. Meru. I hope I said that right, Solomon Meru, and he'll just introduce himself. Tafadhali.
My name is Karanja Meru. I'm an advocate of the High Court of Kenya and happy to be here.
Karibu sana. Karibu sana. Today we are talking about employment matters, right?
Yes.
So please first demystify what that is. Is that even a full section within the law or it actually has another name apart from that?
Well, employment is an important part of the law. Actually, it has a whole act. It's called the Employment Act of Kenya, where the law specifies how the workplace should be managed in accordance to the law, how employees are to be treated, and so on and so forth. So I would say yes, it's a fully fledged branch of the law, including that there's an employment court, employment and labor relations court. So yes,
where is it?
It's a high court.
Okay.
It has the high court status, which there's one in Milimani actually.
Oh, Milimani.
Yes, but there are magistrates court which actually handle also employment matters.
Still the same matter.
Yes, still employment matters.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then when they become more serious, they're taken to the high court.
Well, in certain areas where there are no high courts, some courts are gazetted to handle special matters, some employment, some land, some succession. So if it's handled on that level of the magistrate's court, then it can be appealed to the high court on appeal.
Interesting. So
yes.
We had a case we were reading about the other day where this lady actually was pregnant, and then in the course of it all, she asked for maternity, but instead of being actually given the maternity leave, she was fired. First, is that illegal? Is that even wrong?
Actually, that is both wrong and illegal. Because under the Employment Act, specifically Section 29, a female employee is actually entitled to maternity leave for 90 days. And also can be extended on certain circumstances depending on how you agree with the employer. Though it's not extended for the 90 days, extended when you take sick leave or annual leave. So an extension for the reprieve. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's put inside the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but to also answer the question whether it is illegal and wrong, it's actually, the act goes further to say you cannot be discriminated on grounds of pregnancy. It goes out of its way to mention that specifically. So, in actual sense, that is illegal in front by the law, and she should actually sue.
Oh, sue.
Yeah.
I like that word.
Yeah.
So how exactly should they sue?
Now,
like what procedure should they follow?
That is unfair termination, or even you can call it unlawful termination. So if it was actually proven that she was fired because not of her any gross misconduct or performance issues, then it falls under that bracket. So she should approach a legal practitioner, a lawyer, so to speak, and should write a demand to the advocate telling them that you fired me on wrongful grounds and you should pay me, one, for notice in lieu of salary notice in lieu, and also now the damages for being fired wrongfully. Yes.
So another lady has just sent a message to us. Thank you. I won't mention your name, JNN. And she's asking, I got hired recently. In 2 days' time, my boss actually asked me for a sexual favor. I declined. And I resigned. Can I still be paid for the time that I worked? Because they're now claiming they can't do that. And how can I actually follow due procedure to be reimbursed for that?
Well, I agree. That happens a lot. It happens quite a lot. And in most cases, ladies don't even get the opportunity to resign. They just get fired. Actually, sexual offences in itself is illegal. And it's actually in the Sexual Offences Act, where if you report it, action will be taken by the necessary authorities. Yes.
Who are the necessary authorities?
The
and how do
police.
you report it?
You can go to the police and report that this person is harassing you, and you show them the proof, especially text messages and calls, and they will investigate this matter, and there'll be a case in court. Yeah.
Ah, interesting. So she resigned. Is that okay in the first place?
Yeah, you can't work somewhere you're not comfortable. Okay. Especially actually in the constitution, and I encourage people to have their own physical constitution. In Article 28, every person has inherent dignity and the right to have that dignity respected and protected. So it's a constitutional right for you to be respected as a human being, let alone not a female or male, but as a human being. Now breaking it down to being female and your dignity has been what is the word? Let's say breached.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you have the right to stop and actually follow the right procedure in reporting this matter to the authorities. And Article 41 actually says that every person has the right to fair labor practices, and one of the fair labor practices are reasonable working condition. You can't work somewhere where you're being harassed. That's not a reasonable working condition. Yeah.
Oh, great. That brings us to the end of this episode of Employment Matters. We haven't covered a lot of things yet. There's more to come, so please keep tuned by actually subscribing to our channel, KYR Africa. It's a playlist actually. So please remember to subscribe and also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. I want to hear from you. Please send in your questions. Let us know what you have for us. Guys. It's about time you knew your rights. So KYR Africa is all about that. Thank you.